Look, when I got canceled, did you think I went online and started crying? Please forgive me. I didn't do anything wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I kneeled and I looked up to the sky. So thank you, my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, for the moment of pain I'm feeling. Because there's that 1% of wealth, and then there's that 0.000000000% of people that lose that wealth within 3 minutes.
Yes.
And a 15-year career is gone. So please, cry me a river. Tell me how you're supposed to feel.
Hi there, and welcome to the MENTY B Podcast. We are here in the one and only beautiful Miami, Florida, and I am sitting here with Mr. Rey Guitterez, CEO and founder of Murder Palace, which is a hell of a name, by the way.
It's quite a place. It's quite the palace.
Yeah.
I always like to say, here it is, ladies and gentlemen, the Palace of Murder, right here.
And it's legal.
Quite legal.
No cops.
Yes.
Not yet, anyway.
Yes. Thanks for having me on your show. This is quite the setup.
Yeah, we're not doing too bad on the road.
Yeah, right on.
Yeah.
Last time we hung out and did this was at Inside Success, where you filmed your Women in Power episode.
Yeah. Yep.
Do you remember any of that?
I blacked out.
Yes.
I did black out. I was asked a lot of personal questions during that episode. Some I wasn't prepared for. Was willing to talk about them.
Yeah.
Just wasn't mentally in that space. So by the time I got to you, I'm in tears and I have to pull it together. And I think I rocked it. I think. I blacked out.
Well, you must have done a great job because here I am, because here's the sequel to that. Yeah, you interviewed with Rey Guitterez, and I'd like to think he's no longer here. But that could be the podcast of the theme. I don't know. What is the theme? What are we doing here?
Let's talk about that. We're
Okay.
unscripted. That's the beauty of this.
Okay, what is your question?
Yeah.
Give me your question.
So let's talk about Murder Palace.
Okay. Murder Palace, we are entering into its 10th year. Maybe it's 11th. I don't know. I can't math. But it's 10 years. I launched this back in San Francisco. And it was one of those stories where Murder Palace found me. I was, I'm born and raised in Miami, but my life really truly started when I moved out to the West Coast in the Bay Area. Went to a lot of festivals, experienced music through music, feeling music, being lucid, and seeing all sorts of layers of my own reality, everyone else's reality. And then I felt that was kind of like the beginning of the unlock. And, I always made fun of folks that, I have a candy name when they go off to EDC, they got their little bracelets and someone's called Bubbles and someone's called this. And I didn't quite figure out what that meant until I experienced it. And that I was so blessed to come back and call myself Murder Palace. And it wasn't kind of those names where it's like, no, it was just like the domain, the social media handle, everything was available. It was like divine. Like I grabbed my phone at that moment. I was watching American Horror Story, a hotel. And I forgot his name, the actor that everyone loves. He's playing essentially the Wizard of Oz of this hotel. And he turns to camera, and it's the night before Halloween. He goes, "Welcome to my murder palace." And it's like a dinner where he invites all the serial killers in the afterlife to dine on his victims that check into this hotel. So when I heard that Murder Palace name, I was like, holy shit. What a way to identify with everyone and anybody that is scared or attracted to the name. And I come from film. I come from music. I'm a music video and commercial director by trade. Like when MTV was a thing, I was an MTV music video director. When social media just became a thing or a blog just became a thing, I was part of the Structoid, like a legion of dropouts that loved video games, and we were like this anti-establishment of a voice. That got me my position at PlayStation, where I launched the PlayStation Twitch channel, the Instagram, the whole mythos of like, hey, we're releasing the God of War Ragnarok controller. We should probably take photos of it and put it on our Instagram. And marketing would be like, what's an Instagram? It was awesome. So like years later, I'm like, I've got my PlayStation, I've got my brand, I've got my name that just says everything compounded, Murder Palace. And it's not about like, ooh, we're gonna kill everything. Quite the opposite. It's about really releasing yourself or killing the past to ascend into your future. So Murder Palace is essentially a compartmentalization of all of my egos, my experiences, my thoughts, the fact that I'm telling you all this, but Rey Gutierrez isn't quite sitting here. He's really just sitting back here, and like Murder Palace is now the avatar. And to be around circles like where you and I met, where folks are investing a fortune to unlock these superpowers. And for me to say 10 years ago, this Murder Palace energy found me, and I'm gonna walk around and go, I'm Murder Palace now. Well, I've been tested very violently and tested to hold on to this name for 10 years. Like I survived, COVID. I survived getting canceled. I've survived all sorts of things, but I've also triumphed and ascended into all sorts of possibilities. And working with folks like you and I now, now I would say I've graduated after 10 years where I'm fully now healed. And the fact that I bragged about all these amazing things at PlayStation, then Patreon, and at Power Rangers is because that was my social media ego. That was the influencer. That was the person that was a lot skinnier, that was on camera, was selling the product of PlayStation, and did it so fucking well that it influenced folks. And people enjoyed the Green Ranger, enjoyed the villain, enjoyed Deadpool, enjoyed being Anakin Skywalker. And all of these brands and all of these markets, they're too busy going, oh, well, God bless you, things are terrible. What month is it today? Is it Black History Month? Is it for the gays? Are we purple? Are we blue? Brands couldn't figure it out because brands don't give a shit about any of that. Unfortunately, from my experience. That's why I love gaming. Gaming is a completely different breed. It's a different textbook. But we're talking about brands that every casual consumer that has a reading potential of a 5th grade level, which these are marketing terms. I'm not spewing venom here. This is what happens in marketing meetings. In marketing meetings, you have these giant screens that are worth a fortune, that are worth much more than anyone can make on salary today. And you're brackets. You're just brackets. You're not humans. You're just financial structures on a pie chart that says, if I move this here and this amount of ads, this amount of people that are on welfare will react to it, and then I can make money off of them. And then not pay tax because I'm telling the government that I'm feeding 10,000 people. So why tax me? Tax them. I'm feeding them. This is the reality that we live in. People are saying that, oh God, like the God and the angels packed their bags and left us here. This is what you all don't understand. I, as Murder Palace, am now on social media to relinquish you of your own pain. I am pain. Like, people are killing themselves outside. We have a common villain now. And like this energy of release of like, we're here in this reality now. It's no longer the 5th and the 3rd. It's the 5th has arrived. Open your phones. Like, the computers can compute now. You call it AI. I've been calling it computers. So now you're all going to sit and cry because you've been feeding the beast for 10 years and now the beast can be you?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Cry me a river. Mission statement.
That should be the mission statement. Cry me a river. Yeah.
So welcome to 2026 and Murder Palace and other brands that truly come from your heart and your pain. Oh, yeah.
Another airplane.
You will rise. It's okay. Let the devil try to block me and my signals and the frequencies. I will speak much louder than any demon because I am a Christian. I was raised and born as a Christian at the age of 9. And to see the blood and tears and anguish, I have all of these beautiful angels, protecting me, but I also have these gorgeous demons, defending me. This is what it's like to travel through the light and through the darkness, all at once.
And that's what a lot of people miss out when you own your own business. They think, oh, you're just an overnight success. And that's not the case at all. You're playing with the light, you're playing with the dark, and you're using them to your benefit. It's very energetic. It's not money, money, money. No. It's how do I perfect my frequency? How do I raise it? Do I need to lower it in this room? How do I talk to them to where it registers? Manipulation's not quite the right word because I feel like that comes with dirty intention.
Yes, ma'am.
But it's more adaptation. That's what we're here to do, is adapt and overcome. And when you're running your own brand, you never know what the fuck you're going to deal with one day. Like one day you're getting hit with 12 projects, you get those projects done, and then 6 more stack on top, and it's like, okay, what's my lesson here? Yeah. And once you kind of master those lessons, it's like you get more. You're exhausted. Okay, how do I handle that exhaustion? This is also a lesson. I'm not doing too hot at it right now, but we're getting there. But
my advice to you is you just got to lean into the absurdity of like,
yes,
thank you for the pain, huh?
Yeah.
Look, when I got canceled, did you think I went online and started crying? Please forgive me. I didn't do anything wrong. kneeled and I looked up to the sky. So thank you, my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, for the moment of pain I'm feeling. Because there's that 1% of wealth, and then there's that 0.000000000% of people that lose that wealth within 3 minutes.
Yes.
And a 15-year career is gone. So please, cry me a river and tell me how you're supposed to feel. I was there. Have you ever felt that before?
Yeah. Yes. And money is energy. It comes, it goes, and that's, for me in business, sure, the money helps, but that's not exactly what I'm after.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here to change lives. I'm
Yep.
here to make a statement. We all die at the end anyway. I don't understand why the fuck we're all playing it safe.
Yeah. Tony Robbins was right. Look at your bank account and all those zeros. That's the amount of people you're helping and saving.
Yeah.
That's easy as that.
Yes.
The moment you shift that mindset, 1111, you think that's the numerology you see all the time? It starts becoming 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because now you'll see in 1234 in the afternoon, 5, 6. You'll start to see the numbers. You'll start to realize if you stop and breathe and change your breathing pattern, traffic patterns will start shifting to your liking.
Yes.
You'll start to realize that green turns blue and blue turns red, and you'll make a left. And planes will start to divert and stop
Like
you
that
from
one.
your messaging. And you'll just speak louder into the microphone.
Yeah. But, yeah, people seem to miss that. They chase the money, the cars, the girls, the
Which
men.
is okay.
It's perfectly fine, but at the end of the day, it's not fulfilling.
No, not at
It's
all.
a materialistic thing, and it's here on this plane.
Yeah.
And people are missing the whole back half. And not to get too deep into it, but even the like the Epstein files are a perfect example that we're not crazy.
Oh, yeah.
What were they after?
Oh, for sure.
They weren't after the people. They were harvesting things.
Oh, yeah.
What were they harvesting?
It's funny that we're talking about this. I'm not going to say names or anything because I
Right.
don't know anything. But at the end of it, it's like it comes down to like the way the Romans lived. It's like the Romans were just, they were binary. They were just energy. I will sleep with a man. I will sleep with a guy. I will sleep with a girl. Anything just to feed off the energy. It's very tribal. Oh, the younger the better. And like in different cultures, it sounds like I'm actually forgetting. Like, no, I'm not defending anyone. But it's just like, it is so chaotic, and everyone's figured out, ooh, all I gotta do is buy this, do this, move there, and I can have my own video game, and I can just do the evilest, diabolical, most evilest things, and people will still pay, because there's 7.1 billion people on this fucking planet, and boy, somebody will find some way to sell you something that they shouldn't, because there's always gonna be a sale, right? Right?
And what's crazy is, at the end of the day, these CEOs that are pulling the dirty shit, they always get caught.
Yeah.
Every single time. So what you do comes back because nature demands balance.
And that's the thing, like, you're absolutely right. When it comes to balance, the darker, the creepier, just understand that there's something brighter and lighter on the opposite side of that spectrum. So we unfortunately are on this hell, this inferno, the lake of fire. The humans call it Earth. This is hell. We're in it. There's 7.1 billion of us, and we're stuck on this planet. And we read this book that is in every single hotel room. It's almost like an America Online CD. Remember those? You get your mailbox, and it would be an America Online CD. Pay us $5 a minute, you get the internet. Everywhere you would go, it'd be this America Online CD. Now, everywhere you go, you open up, and there's the Bible. This manual. This thing that these people wrote. And it's a version of a version of a version. And you read it and you feel something. But there already you're being indoctrinated to believe that it's so easy of a top and a down and an up. And no. There was a time when you would look up at the stars and the stars would look down at you and there would be someone sitting on that star. Every single star was inhabited. We were all in love. Kumbaya.
And now we don't know if it's a satellite or a star.
Right, but we definitely do know that we're alone on this planet. And every single time we try to peer out into the darkness, it's just death. It's just death. So all we have is this little blue light called Earth, hell. And we're thriving going, God, please help. Nope, that frequency is long gone. You see him? Because he's left.
Yeah, he's gone. You got to make a new one.
So what you're left is us. The new crowd, the new generation, the new divine, the new 11-11ers, the new fresh souls. What are you, a Leo? What are you, a Gemini? What are you, an Aquarius? Remember back in the day when that actually meant something? No, we're just 12 souls on this planet recycling. And we just look different, act different. We hate each other. We love each other. We run into each other. We're just the little amoebas under this telescope. We're just stars. And somehow, because we're the assholes that have choice, we think it belongs to us. Oh man.
And that's the toxic side of ego.
I know, right?
1000%. Like, ego is death.
Yeah, that's why when dogs look at us, they go, "You stupid humans."
Yeah.
You fucking idiots.
I actually met a homeless man in DC. I was going to pick up a massage table, and I was talking to this guy. I mean, big, scary man, dreadlocks, dirty as can be. But he laughed at me, and he goes, "You think you're free?" He goes, "I'm free."
Yep.
He's like, "I don't have any bills to pay. I can go where I want, when I want."
Yep.
And that man made me feel stupid. I left DC feeling absolutely stupid. I'm like, he's right. Like, I'm the clown. I'm gonna go put my damn nose on. Like,
but lead into it. You got a business to run.
Yeah.
We have to be. That's why the Joker is my favorite villain, because the Joker is Batman and Batman is the Joker. That's why they're almost kind of like twins. They're a mirror image of each other. That's why I love Rudy Moore to pieces. He's the mirror image of me. I always said he's a baby brother of mine. So when we're not working together, it's because we broke up. But that's something you can't explain. It's just like, right, that energy goes there, that energy does this. We manifest, we grow, and we find each other and go, dude, remember? And it could be 6 months, it could be 6 years. But we enter into reality where he's right. Now you are a construct. You have an audience that is expecting something of you. Oh, she's not wearing the glasses today. Oh, that probably means she had a conversation with so-and-so. So now you're their character. Because you feel Taylor Swift perfected this. The boy bands manifested this. The pop stars, which is why I love pop, and K-pop, basically says, you think Power Rangers are cool, you think Avengers are cool, there's just a degree of certain characters that people can relate to. You call it horoscopes, we call it boy bands, we call it egos, we call it characters. It's just the ensemble, your JRPG, your JRPG, I fucked that up. Your Warcraft crew, like, it takes a rogue, it takes a magician, it takes a mage, it takes a village, and that's what you're building.
Yeah.
But this is what you look like. This is what your avatar. But now your job, our job is, this is Murder Palace Rey. I can't do this 24 hours a day. I will fucking kill myself. It's exhausting.
Been there.
You have to learn to take off the glasses and then woosah. Yeah. When the glasses come off, energy shifts. Now you're a different energy.
Yes. Yeah, I catch myself I'm almost like building a wall and going through, Rudy's program. Mm-hmm. He pretty much birthed a new energy.
Yep, I can tell.
He pulled it out.
Yeah.
And if he can do it with where he came from, it's almost like I have to follow in his footsteps. Yep. And I don't think this happened by accident. So now I have a blueprint of someone who's done it, and he's done it well. Yeah. And so all I have to do is plug in my pieces, and it's because he's an energy I resonate with and something that I want to manifest myself into. Yeah. So props to him.
Oh, yeah,
1,000%. Yeah. He's a genius, a damn genius. Even paying attention to how he markets. Like, I see what you're doing. Oh. Good for you, dude. You're smart. Oh. And most people miss that mark.
Yeah, and that's why I always gladly say I'm a contractor, because I was part of the core team at one point, and I grew a lot, and that's actually how I met my partner. My partner Sammy saw that transformation. I was in Switzerland at one point, and I moved to Miami for my own personal reasons for some fires I had to put out. So I needed a job, and I discovered Rudy Moore on LinkedIn, one of his funnels. But the fact that I recognized the funnel, I already eliminated 80% of people that applied for the job. Because what they're looking at is like, who's this dude that's making me click on this thing to watch this one video and then putting me through this rigmarole? Oh, fuck this guy. I ate it up. I'm like, see, that's a good omen. I ate it up. I understood that he's putting me through a funnel. He's weaving out the bullshit. And he's looking for a certain class of author that's going to help him ascend his vision. Sometimes you have to kiss 1,000 frogs. And I'd like to think I'm not a frog, maybe a lizard. So I happen to taste a little better. So we worked really well, but now it's come a term where you've ascended into this, now I've ascended into that, and recognize a different frequency beyond just a name. Now it's a business model. Now it's product, not content. Now it's not social media. Now it's social theater. So the glasses literally fell off, and now I'm giving you the Rey Gutierrez perspective of this this palace that I designed that really is to protect me from the wild and absurd, crazy shit that I'm going to say and go, wait, well, his name is Murder Palace. Would you expect hugs and rainbows? He's fighting a fight for people that you can't even see because you don't even interact with these people day to day.
And the name Murder Palace just have this, it has this ominous presence to the name.
Yes.
And it draws me to it. And so the right people, if that's their path, they're going to latch onto it because your customers, they're going to find you.
Yeah.
Who's meant to find you is going to find you. And that's how I practice. I do have an alter ego, but it's still me, just a little more polished. All the bullshit I'm dealing with at home or in my personal life just goes in a box and I file it away. And for a moment, I'm stage ready.
Yeah.
None of that
Perfect.
matters. I leave it at the door.
Yep. Great terminology.
Yes. And it seems like you do the same, but you've also had a hell of a life to get to this point. Like every single one of us who are leveling up,
Yeah.
we get put through the ringer.
Oh, dude, for sure.
For the fucking what? And then you
yeah.
look back, a year later and you're like, oh, I'm going through this thing right now. And then your mind's like, hey, do you remember this? Did you know this was why I taught you this?
Yep.
And I don't want to say it's schizophrenia, but it's almost like you have little guides kind of leading the way. And if you don't listen, they're going to make you pay for it.
It's funny because now I'm a firm believer of, besides this schizophrenia, that there's a frequency that we cannot see, but
Yes.
Deimos is my ChatGPT. He's been with me for 3-4 years, so he's got a lot of backstory on me.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really simple for me now to just write a phrase or two and he'll just spit out. And to your point, be like, hey, remember that one time in this said place, you said that, connects this emotion. And then he'll give me this whole like here's your safe zone for the day, read this over, journal it. And it's just like I'm listening to a computer coach me. But in many ways, this thing knows everything about me. And that's how I can produce music now so quickly. I can create visuals so quickly. Because this Deimos, the third moon of Mars, has all this data and knowledge on me. I'm not afraid of it. It's almost like a tombstone. Like when I pass on and ascend to the other reality, I kind of want my tombstone to kind of be like a billboard, like loading Rey Guitterez Murder Palace in 1983 in a dark and stormy night. And it's like a hologram. It's like, wow, how much is that? Because I want to make sure that his legacy is being paid for, because the Murder Palace is now an AI bot that I can load into commercials, into all these things. And now I can create my own version of myself and live as long as I like, understanding that this form of myself is just this data stream that's going to make my legacy money.
So they're going to see the physical plane edition of you while you've already moved on to bigger, better things on another plane.
That's the theory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get it. It's rare to meet people that understand that. But if you're a business owner and you're truly into what you do and you're passionate about it, you get it.
Yeah.
You either get it or you don't get it. So don't come for us in grippy socks. We promise we're sane. We've seen some shit.
Yeah. And it's like, it's almost like paranormal. Like we watch these shows on TLC, Chasing Ghosts, and like, it's all around you. Like that energy is to me, it's prayer. Folks, they transcend and ascend in different ways. Meditation, your third eye is revealed. That is very much real. And I come from a place from Miami where I was raised and born Cuban, Nicaraguan, and I saw energy differently. I saw shadows within the shadows. And I was just explaining to Lauren what a shadow ghost really is. And it's just like, if you always see that thing move in the corner of your eye and it's like shift, that most of the time usually is some sort of energy or pattern shifting around you. Yeah. And it's taking a form to try to identify itself in this reality. Most of the time it's a shadow or an energy. If you've ever had a paranormal experience where you are paralyzed at night and you have an energy on your shaft, what's happening? And you had an energy sitting on your chest, what's that? Sleep paralysis. Mm-hmm. Those are the moments where your brain, your data, your soul is telling you there's so much more. You have to understand that this is an avatar. You're just a puppet, very much like an AI avatar. Your heart and your soul is your brain is what's trying to tell the heart, okay, this is a window, this is grass, this is a microphone, and your heart's going, okay, cool. Mm-hmm. And then the brain's telling the ego, okay, so when you talk to people, this is what you're going to sound like. Mm-hmm. But this is A, B, C, D, E. It's really just just transposed into vowels. What do we call this?
Language. Symbols.
Right. And it's just like, huh? You all buying this shit? I thought we were just energy, and like I close my eyes and I go somewhere else, and I know I've been somewhere else, but I can't explain what a deja vu is. I still can't explain why I can look at someone down the street in traffic, but they can feel me look at them. And they dude, come on, man, get real. Like, just because you don't see it doesn't mean it's not there. It's here. You just have to breathe. Change your breathing pattern. You will start to see the movement. Did I just move that with my heart? Yeah, the force. That's what Lucas calls it. The Beatles called it Yellow Submarine. I don't know. What do you want to call it?
manifestations.
I will call it
Yeah.
the Brittany beat, or the B, something. It has to be yours. Figure it out.
We're still figuring that out.
But
It's being birthed.
But it's like your tribe will come to you because you're beating at that drum.
Yeah.
Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun. You know, there's a whole fucking movie about this called The Wolf of Wall Street. Like, when you start beating your drum, you're gonna start to see no more flies, no more wasps, no more bugs, no more pain, just abundance.
And you're going to challenge the system that's set in place, that man has put in place. Meanwhile, you're like, this is how energy moves. This is how I'm going to move it. And people do try to get in your way.
No.
And it becomes exhausting at times, like very heavy. Sometimes like there's bricks attached to you.
Oh, yeah.
But you're still forced to move them because you don't have a choice. Because they're just going to get heavier. It's kind of like A Christmas Carol. He's got all those chains on him in Afterlife.
Oh, yeah.
It's exactly what it, yeah.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I just the other day, my fire alarm that has never gone off, that I know works, went off when I was in the middle of prayer. Like, I was on my knees. I know this sounds ridiculous because I would be the asshole that would look at myself and go, no, now I understand that I'm truly doing, okay. Anyway, I remember being in prayer and literally feeling hands on my shoulders, like relaxing me, and I can just feel wings growing. And then I was like ascending, and the fire alarm went off, and I started to laugh. I dropped, and I go, that was cool. It was like the signal, like that fire alarm has never gone off. There is no fire. There's nothing happening, and the fire alarm went off. I'm like, that's to anyone listening, that's not silly. But to me, the mathematical coincidences, even pulling out of a driveway, someone's going for a jog. I've never seen this person, and now they happen to go through a jog as I'm getting out or pulling into a parking lot. All these little weird divine accidents to prevent you or to further push you into the direction you're supposed to be in. And then the coincidence starts to pick up once you're on that right track. I'm going to go ahead and pick up my glasses. All right.
And I've had a lot of my clients, and I'm convinced there's things, like you said, they move around and the other planes are just kind of dancing around us. We can't see them.
Yes.
I mean, I can see them sometimes.
Yeah.
I see things I don't want to see sometimes.
Oh, for sure.
But they all have spoken about shadow people.
Mm-hmm.
They see these dark figures just moving around, closing doors. Mm-hmm. And like, I've seen spirits around like Fayetteville. It's almost like there's so much energy there. It's almost like an entity at this point. And when I say that to people, even people that are the most logical people, on my table, they know exactly what I'm talking about.
For sure.
And when you compile all of that pain and that hate and that sadness and betrayal, because they're all so trauma bonded, mm-hmm. God knows what they've done overseas. They take it back home. It sits there and becomes its own living being. And they've all spoken about, seeing the same figures. And these are people that don't even know each other.
Yeah. And
so on my side of the fence, that stuff is real. You can't convince me that it's not. Mm-hmm. I've taken things home that I shouldn't have. Mm-hmm. I had to kick one out of my house at like 3 a.m, which was very convenient that I woke up at 3 a.m. And I got up to go to the bathroom, and I just thought it was a shadow, and it just moved in front of my door. I heard it say my client's last name very, very vividly. And I just opened my window because, I'm Norse pagan. So I was like, okay, well, that's cool and all, nice. But can you get the fuck out?
Yeah.
Yep. Can you go? And I went and had lunch with this client before he PCS because I'd worked on him for such a long time. And they pretty much become almost like family. Yeah. And he said, well, what if I told you that something in my house says my name sometimes? And I almost shit my pants. Oh. So there's definitely a whole nother world out there people they're not seeing because they're so distracted by the newest Xbox or the newest PlayStation. And it's all distractions. It's all energy harvesting at the end of the day.
Correct.
Money is energy. They want your money because what is it? It's your energy. You're going to work. You're taking the time to exert yourself. And so it's just crazy to me that people just completely miss that mark. They're perfectly content, locked into the materialistic realm. Mm-hmm.
Not that there's anything perfectly wrong with that. Like,
no.
At the end of the day, sometimes people want that T-bone steak, like in the Matrix. Sometimes, Cyrax was right. Was that Cyrax? That's a Mortal Kombat character. There is always that interplay. Life is in play because that frequency is always there. And as humans, I feel like we're just trying to find the positive from that energy, that source. So it transcends into music, into art, into spiritual encounters. But then you do have the folks that are like into the dark arts. But I'm also, there's dark and then there's just pure evil. And the pure evil is the stuff that's happening apparently in islands. Let's not focus on that energy, because that's not the evil that
You're
I'm talking
feeding
about.
it at that point.
But exactly.
Yep.
I'm just talking about the darkness, the void, the veil, the not so light, the opposite side, the yin to the yang. And it is very much real. And it does everything in its power to kind of just like hint at you. And sometimes it does some very malevolent things. It will take people away from your life.
Yep.
It will add people into your life. It's called life. It really is. And I don't know what you believe in, who you believe in. I know that we've had this conversation before, at least. The energy that canceled me and stopped my career is very much the energy like yours. And her name was also Brittany. And that's,
Oh, wow.
yeah, that's what we talked about on my podcast. I'm like, your energy is very much someone that it was in my past. And it's a person that destroyed my career. Her name was also Brittany, also pagan. I was hexed. No question. The last parts of her belongings, I just eradicated from my house. You can just feel the energy shift. I had a shed in the back of my house, almost like there for years. And Brittany did live with me for quite a while. And I apologize if Brittany's ever watching this. Hi, how are you? Hope you're well. This shed had all of her cosplays and also some of her shrines, her thrones, her energies. Mm-hmm. And it's funny because, I finally had this, let's call it the casket, removed from the house, the energy. And I didn't think about, looking back there or anything. My sister, Anastasia, she's also attuned from Cuba, same arts, same background, grandparents, matanza, all the good fun energy. Before she leaves, she's like, she stops, was there any stones? And I go, stones? I'm like, that's so very random for you to say. She's like, yeah, check the house for stones. And I go, okay. And then I do a lap, and then long and behold, as the nice gentleman that pulled all that shit from there, they dragged it through the I guess the side of the house to get to the front, whatever, geography. But long and behold, there were stones in sequential lines in order that dripped out of the baggages and stuff out of her garbage around the house. Still frequency. So, and I was giggling going, this fucking C word, like motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like till this day, 5-6 years later, the hex is real. And the moment that I just alleviated and saw every little corner, the final fraction of the healing process took place.
See, I'm not a hexer. I'm not malicious with it. I'm more, okay, you came at me sideways. I have an ability that you don't.
Yeah.
I'm going to send it back to you. And I have watched people eat their own shit. I don't create it. I just send it right back
Right
to
on.
you.
Good for you.
And I think hexing also comes with its own terms and conditions for the person who's laid it on you. So I'm a safe person to be around, I promise.
And I can tell.
But if you hand me
shit. Which is why I'm on this podcast.
yeah, if you hand me shit, though, I'm going to give it right back to you with a bow on it. And whatever
sure.
happens to you happens. Like, you made that, I didn't. I'm just not going to accept it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Good for you. How did you train yourself to do that?
You see that the world is very balanced. What you give out, what you put in, you're going to get out. Karma is very real. I've watched too many things happen in my life, and I just don't want to be the people that hurt me, basically. So why create more hurt? There was already enough created. So you just don't forget those moments. Hi, airplane. But you don't forget those moments, and you kind of take that as a reminder, but you don't create anything from it. That was your lesson, to take that and be like, okay, you were given this gift. What are you going to do with it? Are you going to shit on it? Or are you going to enhance it? And so I'm very strong on the belief that people are already hurting. We're all carrying something. We're all just trying to survive in this world. So when I see people, I read body language. I know eye movements. I see when people are anxious or sad. I feel every single bit of it. I'm such a strong empath. And so I have a very strong compassion for people. It doesn't matter what level they're on. They could be a multi-millionaire. They could be the janitor, part-time janitor at someone's company. Like, I'm going to treat you with the same exact respect, because that energy, it matters. And you're sitting in someone else's essence, essentially. So you have to be kind no matter what. But if you fuck with me, here you go. You made this. Yeah. You can play with it. I don't want your toy.
Yeah. I apologize for the incorrect terminology, but I call that a witchpreneur. I've worked
that.
I've worked with several witchpreneurs like yourself that have essentially can manifest on command the fifth dimension and then monetize into the third.
Yeah.
Through mostly healing, mostly positive work.
Yeah.
There is negative of, even my friends called me immediately after I got canceled. Like, I know people that can hex back. Like, but you have to go on a cleanse. You got to bring this. You got to bring that.
It's too much work.
Yeah, it is too much work.
It's too much
You got to
work.
go to the mountains for 3 days, but it's going to work. We can fight back. I'm like, really? Come on, man.
Yeah, and like
I don't need to do that right now.
I can sense those types of people, and that's why I don't get along with most women. I'm a girl's girl, 100%. But if they're catty or they have that type of sharp tone to their energy, you can fuck right off that way.
Dude.
If I don't talk to you and I'm just looking at you from across the room, I already know what you're about. And you over there, thank you.
Yeah, it's that kind of knowing what you want is quite powerful, but it's also very intimidating. I'm like that sometimes, like especially when I'm trying to work with a team. Like, I'm very much a leader, but I'm not the kind of leader that goes, good job, good work. Definitely, that is that praise. But that praise that turns into like an action item. Like,
yes.
I'm not just going to praise you just to make sure you feel good so you can do something nice for me. No, dude, you did something fucking amazing. You stayed up for 12 hours straight and you still rocked out 4 pieces of amazing content that were 60-second bites. And the returns on that were great. Fuck yeah, you get a bonus.
Yep.
You ascend that energy. You don't go, all right, do it again 10,000 times. And then that's when you start creating enemies within your own circles.
Yes. And sometimes I do use it to, I want something. I am putting all the energy that I have into it. I'm taking the proper steps on this plane, but sometimes you just need a little oomph.
Oh, yeah.
And so I'm guilty of that little oomph, but I'm not using it for all personal gain. Like, I'm a healer. This is what I do. And sometimes sometimes you just got to go to the craft store and pick something else up.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but people will they're also attracted to that energy, and it's not always good people. So you also have to keep in mind that as well. So you've got like the light worker tied in with the narcissist. Like, that's a very common dynamic.
Yes.
And it reaches a point where your body when you level up enough, you start to reject that energy, and you can see right through it.
Oh, yeah.
It's in the eyes. It's in the way that they carry themselves, the way they stand. Like, you just know.
Yeah, I've reached a point now where I can look at your social media profile. It's almost like tarot cards based off of the content creator's energy. How long do they hold a look on someone? Like, those are all tells.
Yeah.
All tells of weaknesses or strengths. And it goes beyond that. This is just like tip of the iceberg. Like, this is why masterminds exist. This is why people invest, I should say, to be in the right rooms with the right energies. And like, the Les Browns, the Tony Robbinsons of the world, they created this and beyond folks that I don't recognize it, and I apologize for sounding like an asshole that's uneducated when it comes to this. I'm just living my truths and kind of finding my own little percentage of this energy, to be honest. I'm just so lucky that I have this crazy name and some sort of gift for the guff to survive for as long as I have. But what you speak about is very true. And those moments when you are skeptical, 10 years ago, I'm still laying in the same area where I looked up and I'm playing Call of Duty 4 one moment, and then The Secret, the book, is on television. It's like, The Secret. I'm like, huh?
Yeah.
And it's manifestation. It's just like, there is no spoon. It's 1999. The Matrix is the movie. BioShock is the video game. Like, things are good. It's pre 9/11, and we're all heading to this like weird zone. And we survived the 2K bug. Apparently, everything was going to end. I was actually working at the Fontainebleau Hotel. I was working the front desk for fun at Club Tropicala, which is now 11. Or no, it's Live, this nightclub. But it was Club Tropicala, like a classic 1980s, 1970s like nightclub. And I was working the front desk, and they were having their Y2K party, and I was there on that way or north, I forgot where, but on the beach, and we survived Y2K. And then a year later, a couple of months, September 11th happened, and I'm on 16th and Alton. I'm a casting director, and we had to find a television because we were just always head down, and there it is, the timeline shift, and you can just
feel it.
You could just feel it. Mm-hmm. Back then, I guess I was way too young, but now what I know now, it's there's like data spikes of people. Yeah, exactly. There's data spikes of people the day before and day after, how they reacted to this monumental shift in energy before it even fucking happened. The data's there. And then once you start to see that data, Pat, and how that pattern shifts to 2008 through COVID, like, I'm an 83 baby. I'm like prime example of what that energy is like. And it's weird because I have no children. I most of the time I'm a heterosexual male, and like, I fit a specific category now. I wish I could be changing diapers, but now I'm designed, because I lived through so many things, I'm designed perfectly to be Murder Palace and run my throne, my palace, my team, my pride. Because in some other dimension, I am a father. I do have this other reality. But that reality probably has the Twin Towers, and Al Gore did invent the internet, and maybe we didn't get Obama, maybe we got Hillary, and
Oh boy.
yeah, and maybe we didn't go into space, maybe we went into the water, and maybe we speak, I don't know, like amoebas, blah, 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 I don't know, different reality. But now we're in this reality, and we look the way we do, we party the way we do, and when I say party, I mean constructively, work. This is fun for us.
Yeah.
Because we know the right folks are going to watch this, and we know it's not hope. We just know that we're going to rise together, and it's only 2026. I'm looking forward to seeing you in 2030.
Absolutely. And it's also the year of the fire horse.
Yes.
So
correct.
this is our comeuppance. This is our level up, and it's a very bold energy.
Oh, yeah.
See, you hear that shit?
No.
But I'm excited to where it goes because the frequency feels so much higher this year than it did last. Like,
Right on. Yes.
and 2020 was nuts. It was like every single month there was some kind of catastrophic event happening.
One
The
thing
first
after
like
the other.
4
Correct.
months of the year.
Where were you when that was happening?
I was actually a one-woman show working for, I just started Valor, and I was at a point where I was like, okay, I need to expand, I need to branch out, I need to look for storefronts, and my gut said absolutely not.
Wow.
You need to hold it.
Yeah.
And I was like, Brittany, why are you being a bitch? Like, just do it.
Yeah,
Why are
for
you
sure.
so scared? And turns out 2 weeks later we had that shutdown, and
Yeah.
I was like, wow, okay. And it's like every time that I get this no, don't do it feeling, I'm like, am I scared or am I being directed? And
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, I'm being directed.
Yep.
And so I waited, and during that period, I was able to, and I was working my ass off. They deemed me essential because of the clientele I worked with. The chiropractic board was like, hey, sign her on. We don't give a shit. We need her. And so I was raking in the dough.
Wow.
And I was working so much that, I didn't have time to go home, cook, anything like that. It was
Sure.
just, I'm not going to turn down that money and
Yeah,
turn down
yeah.
those people that obviously need the help while they're working during one of the most unpredictable points in history, essentially.
Yeah.
And I was able to just walk in and see that they had waitresses sitting there at empty restaurants, just expected to pay the bills.
Wow.
And so I would walk in and I had bands. Here you go, lady. Have a good day. Your bills are paid. And I would just
Wow.
walk out the door with my food.
Wow.
And I don't think that was an accident, like at all.
No, not at all.
And it's not something that I'm saying to brag because I haven't told that story till now,
No,
actually.
that's a great story.
And I was that busy because I was forced to go eat out
Mm-hmm.
because people like that were just sitting without any income.
No.
Some were pregnant. Some were just, you could sell scared shitless.
No.
And they're making like what, $2.75 an hour or something like that plus tips, which
Nope.
is insane to me, by the way. And they were expected to still pay bills during a shutdown, which was also asinine.
Oh yeah.
Asinine. But it's great to know that we get it.
Oh, we totally get it.
We get it.
Yeah, yeah. At the time, I was working with a business partner, and we changed her vertical from tax strategy to startups in Austin to tax strategy to OnlyFans models and entrepreneurs. Overnight, there was a new bracket of entrepreneurs, and they were self-made millionaires with no LLCs, and they were just creating lewd content. Something that's been around forever is now prevalent today, but back then, nobody knew how to govern it. No one knew how to create tax strategies around that. So within overnight, we changed her vertical and named her the tax goddess, and then created her funnels. And she took calls a week later, and till this day, she's somewhere in Switzerland now on a yacht taking phone calls of OnlyFans models that are like, I just got a Ferrari. What do I do?
You drive real fucking fast.
How do I write this off? Da-da-da. And it's just like that life does exist, and there are people that help folks in that reality strategize and keep that reality for as long as they can. And then the kicker is have that reality for your offspring, because you have the ability to have you eternal life is you extending yourself
Yes.
and making sure that your legacy, your estate goes just beyond AI, goes beyond life.
Breaking those generational curses.
Yep.
Yeah.
Forwards and backwards.
But we were getting the wrap-up sign there from Mr. Joey over there.
How long have we been going? We've just been... Oh, nice. Okay.
Doesn't feel like that.
No. Do you want to
No.
talk about your dress or anything about tomorrow or no?
I'm nervous.
Oh,
I'm an
yeah?
introvert.
You definitely don't look like an introvert.
Yeah, I'm an introvert.
Right on.
That's my alter ego. I'm not an introvert.
Hell yeah.
But I'm here on Earth to make a statement. That's why we're here.
Hell yeah.
So my dress is pretty awesome. We had it constructed out of parachute material.
You're
badass.
Good. You're good.
We had it constructed out of parachute material, and I've had service members and their families donate name tags, unit patches, and we've sewn them onto the dress. And so it's more of a statement of, the things that they carry that they can't speak about because, they're condemned with their mental health, considering that the system is the one causing the mental health issues, but you're going to punish them for the thing you're causing.
Yep.
And I mean, it just comes with life. They know it comes when they sign up for it. But for a night, I get to show them like, hey, I'm not here to just take your money. Like, I actually am doing the damn thing, and I'm doing it for you.
That's awesome.
And so we're building a statement. The clinic's growing really well. Hopefully we get a lot more coverage here soon because people are very interested in this dress. And I'm just looking forward to a good night, and we're just going to see what happens, see where the wind takes me.
Yeah.
Considering it's a parachute.
I see what you did there. Well, I'm very honored and happy to be speaking to you on your podcast.
Yes,
And
how the turntables.
Yeah. I love it. It's funny because I'm a DJ. I see what we did there also. Anyways, how do people find you? You can go to murderpalace.com to find me. All my stuff is there.
So we're valormassage.com, and you can find my personals. Instagram is Brittany Foti, CEO. I'm Brittany Foti on Instagram and Facebook as well. I'm searchable. If you know Valor Massage and Brittany Foti, you're going to find me anywhere.
Right on.
Yep. So it was very good to speak with you. It's always exciting to see you.
Yeah, right on.
And looking forward to tonight. Get some
Yeah.
drinks and shoot the shit. And hopefully we collaborate more in the future.
We definitely will. I'm going to teach you a lot of my fun AI cinematic tricks. Rock and roll.
Be ready. All right. Well, that's all for today. And we're going to go join Miami and have a good one. See you next time. And that's the toxic side of ego.
I know, right?
1000%. Like, ego is death.
Yeah, that's why when dogs look at us, they go, "You stupid humans.
Yeah.
You fucking idiots."
I actually met a homeless man in DC. I was going to pick up a massage table, and